welcome back to inverse trigonometric functions again. Let us see. Earlier I have explained and given you the proof some standard inverse trigonometric functions properties as their formulae. Let us see the next. In the next, we are having the category, seventh category of the formula concerning with the previous one. Tan inverse x. Now we have seen tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. What will be the result? Now we have to see within one angle how to convert them as multiple angles. 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. Based upon the previous concepts, we can put that again. We can assume this as theta and we can convert it and we have to prove. Let us see the proof. At the right side I am proving it. Again we are having 2 tan inverse x is equal to, see this everyone, we are having the formula for 2 tan inverse x related to sine and cos also. Sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. See this. And we are having another formula 2 tan inverse x is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. We can prove all these formula with the help of again definition of inverse trigonometric function and simple trigonometric functions of multiple angles. Let us see one proof. I am proving any one of these. Now see, proof of this first one I am doing. See, let tan inverse x is equal to theta. Now see, tan inverse x is equal to theta. By definition of inverse trigonometric function, what can I write? I can write x is equal to tan theta. We can see this is by definition of inverse trigonometric function. By definition of inverse trigonometric function, x is equal to tan theta. Now see the proof. Let us see the RHS again. So RHS here is tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. Let us place the value of x here. What will be it? Tan inverse 2x in place of x can I write 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. Now you are knowing the formula, multiple angle formula for tan theta. 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta is equal to tan 2 theta. So can I write it as tan inverse tan 2 theta? You will write the reason here. Since tan 2x is equal to 2 tan x by 1 minus tan square x. It is the formula you can apply. Now, tan inverse tan 2 theta will be 2 theta. Again the reason I have already explained in my second formula for the properties. Tan inverse tan x is equal to x. You can write here since tan inverse tan y is equal to y. Now, in place of theta, what can you write? In place of theta, you can write inverse, tan inverse x. So it is tan inverse x. You can see you have got your RHS. So we can write in this way RHS is equal to LHS, hence verified. So in this way, we have verified the first formula for inverse trigonometric functions related to the multiple angles. 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. Based upon the same concept, we can prove these two also. These two also we can prove with the help of multiple angle related to sine and tan, cos and tan, cosine function and tangent function. Now, let us see the next. In this way, we can apply all these formulae wherever we require as a question. Whenever we need questions to be solved, we can apply either of these formulae. Now see, two more formulae I am giving you. Generally this formula I suggest you, if it is not necessary, no need to use that. If it is necessary, you can use. for the simplification of the problems. It is just I am just putting a star mark there. I suggest everyone, if unless and until it is not urgent or necessary, do not use this formula. It is sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. See this. Unless and until it is urgent, don't use this. Because without using this formula also we can solve all the questions. Let us see. It will be sine inverse. It will be tough for the students to remember. First of all, x root under 1 minus y square plus y root under 1 minus x square. Try to understand this. See, x root under y 1 minus y square plus y root under 1 minus x square. So if here is minus, we can put minus here. So you can apply this formula if it is extremely urgent to apply. If it is not necessary, no need to apply, no need to learn this formula. But I suggest you to learn it, because in some complex questions, without using this formula, you cannot solve that particular problem. And I don't want my students will face problem in solving any question, whether it is a board problem or it is a question asked in competitive exams, or it is a question of NCERT textbook or NCERT exemplar, or any of the reference books. So next formula is cos inverse x plus minus cos inverse y. Now see, based upon that, we are having another formula based upon cos inverse. See that it will be cos inverse xy minus plus. Remember that. For cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, we have to write minus sign. For cos inverse x minus cos inverse y, we have to put plus sign. It will be root under 1 minus x square into root under 1 minus y square. Bracket closed. Try to understand this formula. xy plus minus plus root under 1 minus x square root under 1 minus y square. So see this formula, whether it is just looking like the compound angle formula for cosine function and tangent function which you have studied in class 11, we can easily prove them. What you will do, let sine inverse x is equal to any other variable, z or theta or any other. Then we can easily change it. Sine inverse x plus sine inverse y, in place of that we can easily change it. Simple example I am giving. Let sine inverse x is equal to theta. Then x is equal to sine theta. So what you will write here? Sine theta. X is equal to sine theta. Let sine inverse y is equal to alpha. Then y is equal to sine alpha. What will you write here? 1 minus sine square alpha. So 1 minus sine square alpha is cos square alpha. Root under cos square alpha becomes cos alpha. So you have got sine alpha into cos alpha. If it is plus, here also plus, it will be cos alpha into sine alpha. Now you have got sine theta cos alpha plus cos alpha, and here it is cos theta cos alpha sine theta, means sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, or you will have sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So in this way you will have this formula as a proof. From RHS you can easily move to LHS. How? It will be alpha, it will be theta. Now you can easily place them and you can prove. So based upon the previous proofs which I have done for tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, you can do this one also. And I suggest everyone to learn this 2 more formula also. Okay, I have put a star mark because unless and until it was urgent, no need to apply this formula, because generally students are doing wrong values here. First of all, they are writing this and then this. Then it is tough for us to give the marks. If you have done this type of mistake, like 1 minus y square, you have written this place, and root into 1 minus y square, you have written the first. It is tough for us. If it is plus, it is okay. We will give the marks. But if it is minus, it will make tremendous change. They are also the same. If you are writing this one as the first and this one as the second, it is tough for us to give you marks. So my suggestion is there for all of you, for all the class 12 board students. Unless and until it is urgent, do not apply this to formula. You can work with the previous formula, it is enough for you. Now, let us see some board model questions and some more questions based upon these formulae. Let us see. Now see, board model questions. Let us see. In these board model questions, actually these questions generally they are asked in the previous board exams. So let us see some questions as a board model questions. Let us see. See one question. First question, if tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi by 4, given that xy is less than 1, then find the value of then x plus y plus xy is equal to what? That is the question. How will you solve that? See, you can easily solve. Just take them as compound formula. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi by 4. Can you write it as tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy, and it will be pi by 4. Then how can you get it? It will be by definition of inverse geometric function, tan pi by 4 is equal to x plus y by 1 minus xy. You have to write it here by definition of inverse trigonometric function. By definition of inverse trigonometric function, tan pi by 4 is equal to 1 x plus y by 1 minus xy. And you know the value of tan pi by 4 is 1. So can you write 1 here and 1 minus xy this side? So you can write 1 minus xy is equal to x plus y. You see the proof is there. The value we have to find out. It will be x plus y plus xy is equal to 1. We have got our result. X plus y plus xy is equal to 1. So this question was asked in the year 2014. Let us see more questions. Next question is, let us see some good questions. Now see, one question is here. Solve for x. It had been asked in the previous year board exams in year 2008, year 2015, 11, the same question. Solve for x. It is tan inverse x plus 1 plus tan inverse x minus 1. Try to see this question. Just see everyone. Tan inverse x plus 1 plus tan inverse x minus 1 is equal to tan inverse 8 by 31. Tan inverse 8 by 31. Now see, let us solve this. Now see, you can see, again we have to apply the compounding formula here for inverse. So you can write what is given. tan inverse x plus 1 plus tan inverse x minus 1 is equal to tan inverse 8 by 31. Now let us solve it. Tan inverse. Now can we apply tan inverse x plus tan inverse y? Tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. So we have to write tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. That is x plus 1 into x minus 1. Now see, that is equal to tan inverse 8 by 31. Now it is tan inverse 1 gets cancelled. It is 2x by 1 minus. Now see, x square, it will be x plus 1, x minus 1. It will be x square minus 1 square. So x square minus 1 square multiplied with minus. It will be minus x square and minus minus plus 1. I hope everyone got this, how it is minus x square plus 1. So you have got it as tan inverse 8 by 31. Now see this, can you write it as 2x by 2 minus x square is equal to 8 by 31? Just see. Now there is a question, how can you write this? How can you write it as 2x by 2 minus x square by 8 by 31? How will you write this? Now see, since inverse functions, whenever you are finding inverse functions of a function, then generally all the functions are interchangeable. That means the functions are 1, 1 and onto. And you know the concept of 1, 1 and onto function. If the functions are 1, 1, then fx equal to fy, then x is equal to y. I just want to remind you, see, if the function is 1, 1 and fx is equal to fy, then we can easily write x is equal to y. You know, this is the definition of function as a 1, 1. If the function is 1, 1, we can write this state, fx equal to fy, then x is equal to y. Some of the students may be thinking that tan inverse and tan inverse both are cancelled from both sides. Remember students, we cannot say or we cannot speak, we cannot explain that tan inverse and tan inverse gets cancelled. They never gets cancelled. So tan inverse and tan inverse, how they are removed? Since they are functions, inverse are also functions. So in the case of function, and if the function is 1, 1, then we can easily write f of x is equal to f of y, then we can write x is equal to y. So due to that rule, as a function as 1, 1, we can remove inverse functions from both sides and we can directly equal the variables. So in this way it is made equal. Don't think it is due to that cancelling. Now you will write since it is 1, 1. It is 1, 1. Function is 1, 1. That's right. Now solve it. It will be 8 to the 16 minus 8x square is equal to 62 x. Now you have got 8x square plus 62x minus 16 is equal to 0. Now you can divide by 2 on both sides. It will be 4x square plus 31x minus 8 is equal to 0. Now see, we have to make it as, we have to factorize it. How will you factorize? See, if you face problem in factorizing, just you apply the great Indian mathematicians formula, that is Bhattacharya formula here, or usually we say quadratic formula. We can directly apply here quadratic formula also, and we can find the values of x. So the values of x which we will get as a factor, it will be x plus 8 and 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. I have jumped here the steps. You can see I have jumped the steps here. I suggest you not to jump the steps. Here I have to make you understand the next concept. That's why I have done this. I suggest you to go in a proper channel. If you confuse with the factorization, you just find the value of x on the basis of quadratic formula. And if you do not confuse, you can factorize. So its factors will be x plus 8 and 4x minus 1. So x plus 8 and 4x minus 1 are the factors of this. How will you proceed further? I am solving on that side. See, how will you proceed further? See, proceeding further, how will you solve? See, x plus 8 is equal to 0 or 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 8 or x is equal to 1 by. It was asked here. So I have done what? I have done factorization and I have done this. You can easily solve with the help of that formula, also quadratic formula. You get the same result. Results will never change, whatever the formula you use. So your answer is x is equal to minus 8 and x is equal to 1 by 4. Now, here it is given. Our answer will be 1 by 4 here. Now, why it is 1 by 4? Why we are not having x equal to minus 8 also as the result? You can see here, we have to solve it for x. You know, within the tan inverse, whatever we are having, it should have a positive value of x. It should be modulus of x. Generally, we are not showing, but it is actually having, unless and until it is mentioned. If it is tan inverse minus x, it will be minus tan inverse x. If it is cos inverse minus x, it will be pi minus cos inverse x. So we are having rules for them. So if it is minus is not mentioned here, that means within the inverse we are having positive values, positive real numbers. So here we have to find the values of x which are positive real numbers, not the negative. So what you can write? This implies since x belongs to R plus. Can we write R plus? If you don't understand R plus, we can say positive real numbers. So since x belongs to R plus, that is x is a positive real number. Therefore, x is equal to 1 by 4 only. Why have we done only? That means x is equal to minus 8 is here neglected. Why it is neglected? Remember everyone, it is neglected because within the inverse we are having always positive real numbers. So remember that here is x is equal to 1 by 4 only. You must write this type of reason because whenever we are solving for x, we are generally finding the domain. Whenever we are solving for inverse function actually, we are finding the principal value branch. So remember that whenever we are discussing these values of x, we have to work on real numbers. And here for especially inverse, positive real numbers. Now, let us see the next question. Next question is, in this way, we can solve the questions. Let us see next question based upon that. Now see one more question. It was asked in the year 2016. See everyone. Solve for x. solve for x. See, it was asked in the year 2016 annual in CBSE. See, tan inverse x minus 1 plus tan inverse x plus tan inverse x plus 1 is equal to tan inverse 3x. See it. Tan inverse x minus 1, tan inverse x plus 1 is equal to tan inverse 3x. Now we have to solve this for x, values of x. Let us see. Now see everyone, we are having tan inverse function total 4. How will you do that? You utilize a little bit here the trick. What is that? X minus 1 and x plus 1 together will give us good result. X and 3x also will give us good result, because if they are adding, they will make it easy. If they are subtracted, they will make it easier steps. If it is multiplied also, then also they will give us good steps. So before solving, you make a good plan. How will you make the plan? First of all, you think what is given. And what will happen in advance you think. In advance you think what you have to do. So tan inverse x minus 1 and tan inverse x plus 1, bring them together. And tan inverse x and tan inverse 3x, bring them together. Let us see. Solution is here. Tan inverse x plus 1 plus tan inverse x minus 1 is equal to tan inverse 3x minus tan inverse x. Now see, tan inverse x plus 1 plus tan inverse x minus 1 is equal to tan inverse 3x minus tan inverse x. Just do the operation. It is tan inverse. Now apply tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. So we can write it as x plus 1 plus x minus 1 by 1 minus, what is x here? X plus 1. What is y here? X minus 1. So we have got this. I have done the compounding type of formula for the inverse function. Now here also you do tan inverse. Now it is, but remember here it is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. But here it is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Do not use wrong formula. So it is x minus y, that is x is here 3x. 3x minus x by 1 plus 3x into x. Okay everyone? Remember this. We have to apply a right formula. It is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. And here tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. If any student will do the mistake here, they will never get the result. Now let us proceed further. 1 gets cancelled. It is 2x. Now easily we can remove these inverse functions. How will you remove? Will they get cancelled? No, they will never get cancelled. As in my previous question I have discussed. Since they are one functions, that's why f of x is equal to f of y, x is equal to y. What is that? See, whenever any functions, two functions are given 1, we can easily remove the functions and we can write directly the variables equal. Whenever the functions are 1, we can easily remove the functions and we can convert them into the variables of which they are functions of. Now, it will be x plus x 2x by 1 minus, it is x square minus 1 square. So, multiply with minus 1, it will be x square minus 1 square, means it will be minus x minus minus plus 1. Can we write or not? It is x square minus 1, so x square minus 1, so x square will be minus and minus 1 square, that is 1, will be plus 1. It is equal to, here 3x minus x, it is 2x, by 1 plus 3x square, it will be 3x square. Now you can easily solve them. Some students are having this type of practices. They are generally cancelled whatever they are getting here. Easily they are getting cancelled. Don't cancel them. It is my suggestion for you. Because whenever you are cancelling x, you are losing one value of x, that is x equal to 0. Because if it is x equal to 0, they cannot be cancelled. Okay? Because 0 cannot be cancelled to 0. It makes it indeterminate form. So, do not cancel them. Just proceed. We can write it as 2x 1 plus 3x square is equal to 2x. It will be 1 plus 1, 2 minus x square. Multiply it further. It will be 2x plus 2 3s are 6 x cube. Just see, 2x plus 2 3s are 6 x cube is equal to 2 2s are 4x minus 2x into x square x cube. So it is 4x minus 2x cube. Let us bring the cube together and x together. It will be 6x cube plus 2x cube is equal to 4x, and bring this 2x that side, it will be minus 2x. This method is known as transposition. You must have studied in your junior classes. Changing the signs of the variables or the terms is known as transposition. Transferring the terms from LHS to RHS or RHS to LHS. So it is 6x cube plus 2x cube, it will be 8x cube is equal to 4x minus 2x will be 2x. Again I am suggesting you, do not cancel here x. Again proceed further. It will be 8x cube minus 2x is equal to 0. Now again 8x cube minus 2x. What you can take common as? We can take common as 2x. What is left? It will be left here 4, and here it is left x square. Here it is left minus 1 is equal to 0. So what you have here? 2x is equal to 0, or 4x square minus 1 is equal to 0. Solve them further. You will get here x equal to 0. What you will have here? Apply Dirac formula, that's quadratic formula. You can get it here. X square is equal to 1 by 4. So it is x is equal to plus minus 1 by 2. Now see, we have got the values for x: 0, minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So there are 3 values which we are getting here as the result: 0, 1 by 2, minus 2. All the 3 are your results. What you will write here? This implies x is equal to minus 1 by 2, 0, 1 by 2. Write in ascending order the results. This is your final answer. This type of questions in the exam, they are generally come for 4 marks. So do not leave any single step, and wherever required you write the formula. Here also you can write the formula, which formula you have applied. What you will write here? Since tan inverse x plus minus tan inverse y is equal to, you can directly combine the formula and you can write tan inverse x plus minus y by 1 minus plus xy. That means if it is plus here, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, you can write tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. And if it is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, it is tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. So in this way we have solved this question. Let us see another category of questions in which we will not have directly tan inverse functions. We will have sine inverse, or we have to transform that expression. Let us see next questions. Now see, one question from NCERT, and in the previous years this question had come already. Let us see. See the question. Show that fourth question for discussion. Show that 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 by 3 sine inverse 1 by 3 is equal to 9 by 4 sine inverse 2 root 2 by 3. Just see everyone. 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 by 3 is equal to 9 by 4 sine inverse 2 root 2 by 3. You can see this question is given also in NCERT miscellaneous exercise. It is question number 12 in the miscellaneous exercise chapter 2. It is given in question number 12, 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 by 3, 9 by 4 sine inverse 2 root 2 by 3. I have seen in the while taking classes of 12, since when I am taking these classes, so many class 12 students are confusing in this type of questions because they forget about the basics. See, if you will never forget about the basic concepts, you will never confuse. So you have to remember the formula. How many formulae you are remembering, it depends upon that how well you will do. See, LHS is equal to, see the solution, 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 by 3. Can you write it as 9 by 4? Can you take common? 9 by 4 I have taken common. What is the benefit of taking 9 by 4 common? First of all, you understand that if you will not take common 9 by 4, you cannot make it pi by 2. And what is my purpose here? My purpose is to make it pi by 2. You know why? Because sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x is equal to also pi by 2. So I have to convert it into the simplest one. So that's why I need that type of change as the pi by 2. So I have taken common 9 by 4. It will be left with 9 by 4 common. It is left pi by 2. You can see if you will multiply, you will get the same result. 9 pi by 8. Now it is pi by 2 minus 9 by 4 already taken common. So it is sine inverse 1 by 3. So pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 by 3. What will be its result? 9 by 4 into pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 by 3. What will be the result? As you know the formula, if you know the formula, you can easily answer. Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. This is the formula related to the complementary angles. See this? Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So it is pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. You will get cos inverse x. So you will get cos inverse 1 by 3. Now you have got it, cos inverse 1 by 3. What you will do? Some students are using like it is in the b by h form, so they convert it into they are getting p, and in some books it is also written like they are using p, b, h concept also here in the inverse or trigonometric functions. So in inverse trigonometric functions and circular functions, that is trigonometric functions, we cannot apply this p, b, h concept here because all those are valid in only trigonometric ratios of class 10. In 11, 12, whenever you are changing, we need identities. We need definitions of inverse trigonometric functions. We cannot apply that. If you will apply that, your marks can be deducted. You can be awarded 0 marks from your board answer sheet. So remember that we cannot apply directly that PBH concept here. We have to apply here identities. We have to apply here definition of inverse trigonometric functions, we have to apply here properties of inverse trigonometric functions, which today I have discussed all. Now it will be, let us convert this cos inverse into sin inverse by using the concept of inverse trigonometric function and trigonometric identities. Let us see how we can do that. Let cos inverse 1 by 3 is equal to theta. Now can you write cos theta is equal to 1 by 3? Now you will write here how it happens. You have to write always the reasons. By definition of inverse trigonometric functions. By definition of inverse trigonometric functions, we can easily change inverse to trigonometric functions to inverse wherever we require. Now can you convert this cos theta into sin theta? Because we need sin. Let us convert. And it is very easy for you also if you convert this trigonometric functions. You must know the relation between the sine function of theta and cosine function of theta. That is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. You can easily apply that simplest formula. What you can do that? You can write here, since sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So what will be cos theta? Cos theta will be, sorry, sin theta. What will be sin theta here? Sin theta will be root under 1 minus cos square theta. That is the point which I was just discussing here. You have to apply the concept of inverse trigonometric function. You have to apply the concept of simple trigonometric identities, which you have studied in class 10 and 11 both. So you can just put the value and try to find the result. 1 minus cos square theta. Cos theta is 1 by 3. So can you write cos square theta as 1 by 9? Now can you write it? Just simplify. 9 minus 1, that is 8. It is root under 8 by 9. Can you write it? 2 root 2 by 3. See, I have changed it to 2 root 2 by 3. And you can do that. Why? Square root of 8 is 2 root 2 and root 9 is 3. Now see, sin theta you have got as 2 root 2 by 3. Now see, as I have told you earlier, you can transform the trigonometric functions to inverse trigonometric function or vice versa. Vice versa means you can convert the inverse trigonometric functions to function or functions to inverse trigonometric functions. Okay? Means trigonometric functions to inverse trigonometric function, inverse trigonometric functions to trigonometric functions. You can convert at a particular point of time wherever you require. So you can write it as theta is equal to sin inverse 2 root 2 by 3. Now see how it happened. You have to write here again by definition of inverse trigonometric functions. Again by definition of inverse trigonometric functions, I have changed this trigonometric functions or circular function of theta into inverse trigonometric functions. Now see, what is theta here? Here theta is cos inverse 1 by 3. That is that result. Clear? So we can write it directly. Therefore, your LHS is equal to 9 by 4. What I can write here in place of cos inverse 1 by 3? Can I write theta? I will write theta here. So simply change it. 9 by 4 in place of theta cos inverse, or we can change here. I have got the theta as sin inverse 2 root 2 by 3. I can write it as sin inverse 2 root 2 by 3. Is it your RHS? Just see. 9 by 4 sin inverse 2 root 2 by 3. So in this way our LHS and RHS becomes equal. So I can write it. It is equal to the RHS, hence verified. Hence we have got LHS equal to RHS. It is verified. Now see everyone, in this way we can prove the identities given on inverse trigonometric functions. We can find the values of x. In the board examinations, generally this type of questions are asked. Some complex conceptual questions where we have to prove the identity based upon inverse trigonometric functions, and in some questions we have to evaluate the values of x, which is looking little complex or extremely complex for you. So we have to first of all make the changes to make it simpler one, and then you have to apply the concepts which I have discussed during my solution. See, whenever I have solved the questions, I am continuously speaking on that topic. You know why? So that you can understand. Whenever we are applying one step, it has the reason, and you have to mention the reason. Whenever you are having the habit of writing the reasons in front of the steps, your marks will never be deducted, and you can be a student of getting 100 out of 100. So whenever you are writing the steps, mention the reasons on the right hand side within some brackets. Okay, so this was my fourth question. Previously I have discussed two more questions based upon principal value branch, and I have shown you with the help of identities how can you do that with the help of inverse trigonometric functions properties. Now let us see another question based upon that. Now in some questions we are having like we have to simplify. Some expression is there and we have to simplify it, and simplifying takes more steps than solution. This type of problems generally you will find in miscellaneous exercise of NCERT textbook, or you can find it in NCERT exemplar book or reference books, or you can see the board model questions also. Let us see one more question. See. See, question number 5. Now see, it is given as show that or prove that tan inverse root under 1 plus x minus root under 1 minus x by root under 1 plus x plus root under 1 minus x is equal to pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 cos inverse x. Some conditions are given. Minus 1 by root 2 less than equal to x. X is less than equal to 1. Means x lies between minus 1 by root 2 and 1. Now see, we have to prove it. See everyone, here inside the inverse function, the variable is the part of the variable that is the real number. It is looking like a little bit complex. So first of all, in this type of questions, we have to think how to simplify it. How will you simplify? Simple trigonometric functions. Okay? See, if I will convert this numerator and denominator of this function as in terms of sine and cos, then it will make it tan. And you know, tan inverse tan x is equal to x. So what should be our target? Our target should be to make it simplest one in terms of tangent function of x. In this way, our work will be easier. So let us see what changes we can make here. See everyone, in this type question, we have to just think about the transformation. How to transform it. Now see, solution. Let us see the LHS. Your LHS is equal to tan inverse this. Let us little bit, first of all, let us assume something. We can assume first of all. Then we will make changes in the LHS also. See, let us little bit pre-plan it. If x will be cos theta or cos 2 theta, what will happen? If it is cos theta or cos 2 theta, 1 plus cos theta or 1 plus cos 2 theta, 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta, 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sin square theta. If you will put cos theta, it will be 1 plus cos theta 2 cos square theta by 2, and if it is 1 minus cos theta 2 sin square theta by 2. So either you can apply putting x equal to cos 2 theta or cos theta. Why you will apply? Because while doing that, if you do the square root, you will get here cos, here sin, here cos, here sin. And you know, dividing the numerator and denominator both by cos, you can easily get expression on tangent function of x. And you can easily then convert it. Okay everyone? So let us see. Putting x equal to cos 2 theta, we can put cos theta also in LHS. Let us see. Now LHS becomes, whenever you will put, you just think it will be cos inverse x is equal to 2 theta. This implies theta is equal to 1 by 2 cos inverse x. Remember it as equation number 1. Because somewhere you have to apply it. Now see, now LHS becomes tan inverse. In place of root under 1 plus x, can I write 1 plus cos 2 theta minus root under 1 minus cos 2 theta by root under 1 plus cos 2 theta minus root under 1 minus cos 2 theta. Here it is plus. Now see, it will be tan inverse. Now 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. 1 minus cos 2 theta, 2 sin square theta. So from the square root cos theta we can put it out. So we can write it as root 2 cos theta. It is root 2 sin theta. When you ask is how? 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sin square theta. So 2 under root it is root 2 and sin square theta becomes sin theta. Here also it is 1 root 2 cos theta and here it is root 2 sin theta. Now can you convert it? Root 2 divided both sides. Cos theta, let us divide the numerator and denominator both by the same root 2 cos theta. So tan inverse, if you will divide, what will you get? Dividing numerator and denominator both by root 2 cos theta. What you will have? You will have here cos theta by cos theta, it is 1. So 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus, here it is plus, 1 plus tan theta. What you will write here? On dividing numerator and denominator by root 2 cos theta. What I have written, see everyone? I have divided the numerator and denominator both by root 2 cos theta. What is the benefit? Root 2 gets cancelled and root 2 cos theta becomes 1 and sin theta becomes tan theta. Now you can easily write, you see, it is tan inverse tan pi by 4. Now you will ask me how it is tan pi by 4 minus theta. You will ask me how it is happened, sir. Tan A minus B. Tan A minus B will be tan A, that is tan pi by 4, 1 minus tan B by 1 plus tan A, tan pi by 4, it becomes 1. So it is 1 here, hidden 1. Now it is tan B, that is tan theta. Will I repeat again? Tan A minus B is equal to tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A
pi by 4 minus theta. Again I have applied one formula. Which formula? Since tan inverse tan x becomes x. This formula I have applied here. Now after that, what can you write? Pi by 4. What is the value of theta? See here I have written 1 by 2 cos inverse x. So what you can write? 1 by 2 cos inverse x. So pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 cos inverse x. You see this is your RHS. So pi by 4 minus 1 by 2 cos inverse x you have got, and that is equal to your RHS. So can you say LHS equal to RHS? And hence it is verified. Now see everyone, in this way a question looking with very complex form and steps also, see it becomes very easier if you go according to the plan. So whenever we proceed according to the plan, we think about the tricks, we think about the methodology which we are applying. It depends upon us how easier will be the problem. So in this way, while applying, while transforming, we can easily change the functions. So my dear students, in this way, in inverse trigonometric functions, whenever we change or whenever we do the substitution, take care. Whenever we do the substitution, make the inverse of it. Why? It will be applied somewhere. You see in the last step, it is used. Here you can confuse how the theta is here. One more method you can do that. It is you can change here also. In the RHS also you can make the change pi by 4 minus theta. But you have to make this change. Unless and until you have made this change, you will confuse how to make the LHS and RHS equal. So first of all, you think properly. Which type of substitution will be easier for a particular question? After that you think what will be the benefit of choosing this type of steps, choosing this type of substitutions or transformations. I have planned, I have to get in terms of 10. Why? Because I am having here 10 inverse. So I should get 10. If it is cot inverse, I will plan accordingly to make it 10. Okay? So in that I have to apply the formula for cot A minus B. If I am applying for sine, I have to apply sine A minus B. So that sine inverse and sine we can easily remove according to the properties of inverse trigonometric function. Inverse of a function and that function of x becomes the variable that is x. So in this way, whenever we are discussing, whenever we are solving a question based upon inverse trigonometric function, keep it in your mind. Learning formula will not be fruitful for you. A proper plan with a proper substitution will help you in a question. Multiple number of formula you can learn, but multiple number of concepts, multiple number of tricks will help you in solving very extreme or we can say complex questions. In peculiar questions, only concepts and tricks is applicable. So remember students, in board questions, generally they test the knowledge of the student. They never check the student is a good, he can learn the formula in a better way or not. They don't believe in rut students especially. That is my point to say. So if you just rely on concepts, you try to apply the concepts, with less formula you work, less number of formula you apply and you work on questions. That will give you the best result. Thank you everyone. In this way, we will see the next chapters also in my next videos. Thank you everyone.